away with this because they're basically in bed with the drug industrialists. They're in bed with the FDA. And so the FDA comes and attacks oxysilver because we're advancing a product saying the same claims, but the reality is that we've got the real thing. They've got a decoy. Let me tell you a little bit about the problem with the benefit of oxysilver versus the problem of the product called Silversol, which is the leading now. Oxysilver used to be the leader in the whole field of silver hydrosol technology in terms of sales. And the technology is the leading technology, but Silversol has now advanced to take over the market because they've got a tremendous millions and millions of dollars of advertising, marketing, false advertising, fraudulent advertising, going out there making their claims that the FDA accepts, doesn't say anything about. But it's the small mom and pop operations, the small organizations like what we represent, they attack. But the major difference is ultraviolet light frequencies, which kill germs, they're biocidal, that means they kill biology, are put into Silversol versus 528 hertz frequency put into oxysilver. That is not biocidal, in fact it sustains nature. All of the botanical world right now, this greenish yellow color that grass and trees select, chlorophyll selects, because it has the most energy enriching, enhancing, and generating resonance and pigment. That is in oxysilver versus a biocidal frequency that when you place it in the human body, it acts like homeopathically, resonating energy, vibrating your body into dis-ease. So in essence, what they've done is they've taken a great product such as oxysilver, they've created a whole campaign based on all the success that we've had, and now they've got a decoy, and in the process of moving to that decoy, people could be getting extremely sick. In fact, we now know, science has proven, ultraviolet light frequencies cause DNA, genetic damage, and skin cancers. So guess what? You want to be taking a homeopathic with a frequency that induces skin cancers? That's the decoy. That's the trouble.
And you said to me before that they're using Alex Jones to market this stuff?
Yes, and they're using heavyweights to market it. You know, Alex Jones is sponsored by the Silversol American Biotech Labs folks. These people are heavily engaged in marketing through what's called EHM, that's Executive Healthcare Management Magazine, which is virtually a globalist marketing firm. It's called GDS International as the publisher. They promote everything from Baxter, and they call the FDA their sponsors. Actually, they're partners. They say they're partnered with the FDA. They're partnered with the American Medical Association. They're partnered with the global institutions, including the World Health Organization. These are the people that are pushing the product that is the main, quote, competition for oxysilver, so that people don't get the truth that shall set them free.
But it's also not in their agenda.
Product that can heal them.
Right. It's also not in their agenda. It wouldn't be in their agenda to create a product where people would be cured and you wouldn't have a need for the pharmaceuticals. So if all of these pharmaceutical corporations are behind this product, it can't have anything good as a cure, such as oxysilver, behind it, because it can only cause people to get sick, to use other pharmaceuticals and say, you know what, I don't believe in this, this doesn't work.
So instead of like taking a humanitarian approach, putting profit and money, you know, not ahead of we the people, if we would simply rearrange our priorities to say what's most important is sustainability and health and happiness for we the people. And there are products out there, such as oxysilver, literally developed by NASA scientists, the finest products in the world, being suppressed and being basically undermined because of the global industrialists. We just published, in fact, a beautiful article. You can go to medicalveritas.org. It's medical truth means, but go to medicalveritas.org. The second article down in the recent issue now online for free access is an article that talks about how we even in the Western world came to the standard tuning of what's called A440 hertz frequency. It is literally what we talked about earlier. It is a dumbing down, spiritually suppressive, war-researched agenda the standardization of the Western world's music to A440 instead of A444, which is C528. C528, that what sustains nature, is the equivalent to A444. And if you simply retune your instruments and our bodies to vibrate optimally, like the rest of nature, we wouldn't have so much dissonance psychosocially, we wouldn't have so much disease. That's what's resonating in oxysilver. So that's why oxysilver is completely revolutionary. And if people just simply, like you experienced, you know, miraculous healing of infectious diseases, that it handles that easily.
Yeah, I actually had a big infection on my chest, so I was going to sleep one night, and I put a little bit on there, lay on my back, and the next morning it was gone. And
it's miraculous.
It doesn't burn like hydrogen peroxide, but as you say, it pulls off the electrons of the pathogens.
Exactly. It destabilizes. See, all of the silver hydrosols do that. The old colloidal silvers used to do it too, but they're a little riskier. But the most advanced, non-risky, zero risk. I mean, zero risk. You've got to drink like 10 gallons before you even get into the range where it might hurt you. And nobody's going to do that because it comes in 8-ounce bottles and it's too expensive to be using ridiculously like that. But the reality is, yeah, all of the good silver hydrosols, the most advanced ones, broad spectrum antimicrobial. They literally eliminate the need for vaccinations, the risky vaccinations, and toxic, deadly antibiotics. That's what is the most advanced silver hydrosol, and the silver salt product delivers some of that. But the real blessing, the real freeing of we the people from the pharmaceutical and slavery and the intoxication comes with realizing that it's energy frequency vibrations or spirituality that does the major amount of healing. And so if you now know what heals nature, you've got to use it. It's called 528 hertz frequency. And it's in oxysilver, which is a double superconductor. You have water, which is a liquid crystal superconductor, and you have the silver, which is a superconductor as well. Copper, silver, and gold on the periodic table are the leading superconductors of electron flow, energy flow. And so if you understand that, and you understand that the water is the oxysilver mineral water, silver water, is an oxygen-bonded silver that's tied to the water. It goes in, does its job, and leaves the body without toxicity, and then it delivers what we believe is love. The heart of everything is love. Love is the universal healer. Water is the universal solvent. Music is the universal language. Oxysilver puts all three together. So you're literally taking a holy water, if you will, that's ideally, I recommend people use it with prayer because prayer even enhances the effect that it has because the heartfelt, loving intention to heal, to be whole, to be healthful and sustained. That is what oxysilver can optimally deliver. So that one product has the capacity to revolutionize the entire field of medicine, totally take out the devil doers in big pharma.
Right.
That's why they're targeting it now. That's why I'm getting letters from the FDA. That's why the FDA is a partner with EHM that is promoting the silver sol energy resonating in cancer domain, the cancer frequency they want to give you.
And you know, there's a lot of other products that you have as well. I mean, oxysilver is amazing. And there's Zeolife for people who have been vaccinated. That's a vaccine cleanse. Really, really good. It actually cleans out all the heavy metals. A lot of children have autism, you know, and take some every day.
And it's really important because, you know, the food is impure now. It's chemically intoxicating.
Seeds are.
The seeds are genetically mutated, right? Most of them. You've got now the water.
Chemtrails.
And fluoride, right, toxins, and the chemical sprays in the air, the chemtrail sprays. So we are constantly being inundated, in fact intoxicated and depopulated, according to not just the agenda, but according to the science and what we're consuming and what we're being exposed to.
Exactly.
And so we've got to say no. We've got, if you're sane, if you're reasonable, if you're science-minded, and you're politically oriented, and you understand what's taking place is profiteering off of humanity's suffering by these global industrialists and pharmaceutical cartel